Hey, we're live. I believe we're live, even though it's showing live video is starting. Let me see. How are you, everybody? Wow, I think we are officially live. How are you, everybody? It's Monday again, the most exciting time on Momentum Monday, right? Every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on our Facebook group, Abundant Entrepreneurs. We're gathering here every week. So far, it's already our 47th episode. I hope you've already got some inspirations from our previous episode. If not, today you must be, okay? So I'm super excited. How about you, everyone? I just came from two series of challenges. It's not like a competition, but it's foreign great mentors with their wonderful challenges, and I'm on fire. Okay, so today I really want to transfer this kind of a momentum and also energy to you. Hope that you are starting a wonderful new week. So what's up to you? And I'm wondering what you are up to for this week. Can you write down what you are? Are you excited? For example, your current state. Let me know. How much from like 1 to 10 to measure your current energy level? Where are you? Are you super excited or just like, I'm here, okay, what should I do? Still hesitating. Gosh, today, this episode is definitely will answer some of your questions. Maybe that you are struggling or conflicting in your mind and have not made a full decision, commitment to yourself yet. Okay, so first I want to talk about a story, a brief story about just very interesting. Actually, occurred last night. I had already been thinking about this, what I would share today, right? We've been sharing for 47 episodes, so every time I would like to have some new topics. And today and last night, I was thinking, have a few choices of which one I want to talk. And then I was chatting with my kids because my parents is still in China. I came from China 17 years ago, and my mom, we will have just like every weekend. Sometimes we like chat. I try to have a video call with my mom, and my mom asked me later in the social media like the WeChat. She asked me, when you get old, like, because she's already in her 75 years old, my mom. She, thank God, she's still in like a fairly good health situation, but I believe that she miss us, miss me, miss my sister, is in different city in China, just like different province and cities from my mom as well. So my mom is living more like with her friends and some relatives in our hometown city, a bigger city, but compared with our original hometown, right? It's a bigger city, a capital of our province. But majority time she still, I know she miss us, so that's why I every day I'm sharing some information or picture with her and my dad as well. And also even though they separated, my mom and dad, each of them remarried. So you can imagine that most of her emotion and expectation is on her daughter. She really wants to gather more time with us. So every day I'm sharing information in like the update picture about what's going on in our lives to make her feel like it's like sharing our life, right? And also every weekend I try to call her through the video call and chat. And then she texts me and asks me, when you get old, where do you plan to spend your like retired life? She asked me like either in US or in China. Gosh, that's a big question, right? So even though I'm in my late of 40s, but I've not really thought about my retirement. So I was chatting that with my kids. I said, your grandma is inviting me. I know that she wants me to go back, even though she did not say that, right? She's just asking me where you want to spend your retirement when you get old. I know she wants me to spend more time with her. So I asked my kids, they say, oh, your grandma is inviting me, asking me where I want to spend my, when I get old, right, to retire, uh, either in the US or in China. What do you think? What do you guys think? I want to get to know their opinion, right? In my expectation, of course, I want to immediately say, oh, mom, don't leave. We want to stay, we want you to stay here in the US, right? I was expecting that, but it's almost close to their sleep time. So, and then my daughter immediately almost like jumped out, right? Like jumped out of her bed. She said, "What? What? You want to retire already?" and just like then blah blah blah. She said, oh, you are like a you're not successful yet. You are not like how to say, you have these dreams, you have not really fulfilled many of them yet, and you just want to retire like this, middle age, and Asian woman, and almost like did not much kind of an impact there yet, and you want to retire. And she felt like it's a little bit like how to say, little annoyed, and also like she felt like and then what did she said? She said, anyway, she said for her, she's preparing for her SHSAT test. That's for like an entrance test in the New York City for the special high school, right? She's an 8th grader. She's facing the 9th grader application. So she's preparing for that, and she's actually struggling for that. It's not like a very strange. She's, even though she's like a Asian kid, but she's not very good at math. She's struggling with math. That's quite a strange story, right? Even though I was excellent in math, I tried to help her a little bit, but by herself, she's still struggling. So she said, with a little bit of frustration, she said, anyway, I will fail. It's, you see that kind of impact. She said, oh, sounds like, she said, oh, if you were retired, you have not fully like successful and fulfilled yet. Okay, then she said, okay, I will fail anyway, and I will just go to my zoned school, high school. Sounds like so frustrated and without hope. Gosh, my heart was almost at that moment was like broken. Oh gosh, I said. So it's like a sleep time. I did not say much, so we prayed together like as we used to do every night. We pray before they sleep. So the kids, and then I say good night, have a peaceful, wonderful night to kids, and then I get to downstairs, and then I could not get back to my peace, or like that kind of like a really like a, without thinking further. Okay, so I was keeping everything quiet to help them to sleep better, but inside my heart and my mind, it's like running thousands of miles, thousands of miles. I know one side is my mom, and my sister back in China, and my father, my mom, my father, they are over, they're 75 already. Now they are getting old. Of course, they are missing me. They want me to get back to spend more time with them. And my kids are in the U.S. and they were born and raised up in the U.S. They get used to here, even though they also love China, but they prefer stay here, right, in the U.S. and develop their study and also grow. It's just like a natural way for them without second thinking. But for me, that's a little bit like a different story, right? I grew up in China till I was like already 70 years old, and then I immigrated to the U.S. just for the love and gathered with their father, and then gave birth to my kids. And I settled here in New York City and settled in the U.S. and found my purpose and passion. Started my initially I worked with Fortune 100 company, and then after that, after the last financial crisis, 2008 and 2009, right? I was laid off from this corporate Fortune 100 company during that big financial crisis. Even though I was a performance director, I had a great appraisal. But anyway, that's another story. So I found my purpose passion with quite a few careers coaches that help, and I started my own coaching business. Initially from happiness coach, and eventually become the abundance total leadership coach, right? So if you heard some of my previous episode or some of my speakings, you may know my story. So I went through many like roller coasters, ups and downs, and including my like a marriage crisis and the betrayal, and then I, my darkest time of my life, a few years struggling for this kind of betrayal, like marriage or emotional trauma, and even tried to suicide. That's a very darkest time. Eventually, I get out of it. By the way, even my parents, my sister did not know that my darkest time. They were in China. I was in the U.S., so I did not want to share as a typical great Chinese kid. I do not want to share that kind of a darkest time, or those struggling time with my parents. And thank God, really, God helped me, pass through that kind of a that kind of challenging time. I know my parents, they unconditionally love me, but at their level of how to say, the mindset or communication way, or especially that distance, thousands of miles distance, right? I know that they could not really help me. They can only worry, so that's why I did not share with them. But eventually, thank God's grace and His purpose, He guided me and saved me through that struggling journey, and I resurrected into abundance coach. So I reclaimed identity as abundance thought leadership coach, reclaimed my passion, purpose, energy, and now I'm really like a new person. I'm now like in my business helping entrepreneurs, visionary entrepreneurs and life changers to step up for the call and also stand out in the market as confident experts and thought leaders. So my tragedy, like tragedy life stories, now is becoming my energy and also my inspiration and source to help other people, to empower them. So I'm fully loving what I'm doing. But what my daughter, what she said last night really touched me. I know she had some like similar saying before, but I don't know why, especially last night, touched me so deeply, because I was at a new like a crossroad. Like if you develop some years, right, a few years, you get to a new crossroad and always need to choose which way to go and how you can get to your next level, right? I felt like I was a little bit stuck at my current level. How could I get to my next level? I was a little bit hesitating. Should I just take things easy, right? Just enjoy where I am, and I have some side hustle. Should I do more of that, right? Something like that, or I do not need to like put so much or get so tired, because now with both kids and with two businesses, I was I've been extremely busy. So, or maybe I should take better care of myself and just slow things down, everything like that, right? I was giving myself some like excuses to not to how to say, go extra miles and just like stay in a little bit relatively comfort zone. But what my daughter saying really touched me and broke my heart. Is like she, in her opinion, even though I know she said quite some like negative words, right? Sounds like sabotaging me. Oh, you are like how to say, middle-aged Asian woman, not so pretty, not so attractive. Who would want to, how to say, to help you, or who want to buy your business or whatever, right? Like that. She's tried to, like, from surface is like to sabotage me. And even my son said, "Oh, how could you say that to mommy? How cruel, how mean you are! Like, you're such a mean girl, right? I should say that. My mom is doing great, like that." But I know deep in her heart, like from what she said later about herself, I will fail anyway. Right? Like, I don't know where she got that impression from, all the social media, all the things. Like, as the Asian girl, she felt like she has little opportunity to succeed. And she felt like I had been working hard, but compared with some other, for example, like a white, blondie, like a attractive girl like that, right? Because she was watching so much on Instagram or TikTok and YouTube, right? All the kids want to be YouTubers, so they are attracted by all those successful YouTubers or like a TikTok or like Instagram successful ones. They notice that most of those ones, successful ones, either they are very like a humorous or attractive, especially for girls, right? Majority of them are white. She got the impression that like Asian or like colored people get much less opportunity to succeed. So that's I know it's like in a society we do have such kind of facts, right? Such kind of existing facts. Colored people may get a little bit disadvantaged, but I will try to encourage her majority time as to see that, oh, the market is fair. The market is fair, and like it doesn't matter which races you come from, as long as you work hard enough or like work smart enough, right? You will get all the great opportunities. But she still get that impression. So the best way for me to give her a better hope is not just try to say, oh, you can see this case or that case. Do you think which one will be the best case for her? Me, right? Me, as her mom, as the one close to her every day, staying time with her, and she witnessed the not even not if not all, but the majority of my visions or my dreams and the things I'm passionate about, the things I was sharing with them, right? She knows some part of my dreams. That's why she tried to sabotage me and in another way actually try to remind me, oh, you cannot retire now. Oh, you cannot like take things so easy now. You still need to work hard. She's reminding me. You still need to work hard to succeed or to fulfill and to, or for all those wishes and dreams you want to fulfill. At the same time, she's reminding herself. I believe I know she has like quite some passions as well. She has some dreams as well, but it's like a developing stage. I know it's like there's a big world and like unlimited potential for her. She's a very talented kid, but now she's getting that kind of a protocol. How to say that? Prototype or kind of like a hidden principle or something like rules in a society. She thought like colored for people, especially Asian ladies, right? If you are not so pretty, if you're not so attractive, or you, even though you are pretty, maybe you do not like a makeup or make yourself attractive, right? And try to show your body or show whatever, like a fully like feminine part, like just to attract other people. She felt like I'm not such kind of person. I know, and she knows that she's also not that kind of type of person. So she felt like her success opportunity is like very slim. So gosh, that's a big shock to me. So I was thinking how now as the best case to my daughter. I have no excuse now. I have no excuse really. I could not say, oh, I could take things easy and I could just be satisfied with whatever we've already achieved, compared with like 12 years ago, right? Just started coaching. I barely can speak English that well. Still, I'm struggling. I'm still not so good. My daughter my kids sometimes still keep laughing at me and make jokes on my English. But compared to 12 years ago, I've already made big progress and I have created some big things in my own life and also in other people's lives as well. But of course, still big distance as even my daughter could see. Big distance from what my vision and my dream is calling me to do. So here, that's our first question now, right? How or what would you define your success and fulfillment? I kept reviewing this and time from time with myself as well. And during last week, the challenge, I just reviewed that. I just found 5 key components for me to feel that I'm very fulfilling, right? First is really, I know majority of people use money to measure, right? I know that if you live in this world, you need to have money. So, but not so much or not so little, right? So, what level you get to, you could be define yourself as a successful coach, right? At least a millionaire, millionaire coach, right? At least that. That means not just with money, but really that at that level, many people, more people you can impact. So that's one measurement. Another measurement I know is like one is like money, right? You can measure. Another more important actually is the people. How many people you can impact. I know some other like some high ticket coaches, they are satisfied just coach every year dozens of people and make because they sell high tickets, they can also sell like a 7-figure by just coach dozen people. But in my vision and my call, I want to impact millions of people, right? Money is one thing, but this impact is more meaningful, more important to me. So I really want to impact millions of people through what? Through my coaching and through my speaking. And yeah, definitely last week through the challenge, I further clarified and strengthened my passion and mindset on speaking. Speaking is definitely the most powerful, one of the most powerful, I should say. If it's not number one, I could not think about the second one. So speaking should be the number one most powerful vehicle to impact the majority of people, right? Like my mentors, like Tony Robbins, Dean Grossassi, like Russell Brunson, all those people, they are even one event impacting dozens of thousands of people. So speaking is definitely one, right? So and also through coaching, through my other resources, through like videos, through like my materials, through resources, right? Through my group or community. I want to impact millions of people. So that's my second essential one, right? Money, people. And the third one is I want to share my journey with other thought leaders as well. And only when you work either partnership or masterminding, right? I want to share my life journey, not just my work, but my life journey with other thought leaders in this world. So that makes my life journey very exciting, interesting, fun, and also like fulfilling, right? So that's the third essence. And now number 4 to me, okay, at the same time, I want you to think about what's the essences for you to fulfill yourself, to have the success you think you're successful, okay? The number 4 for me is my abundance center. Abundance U Center. Okay, I've already created my Abundance U Inner Circle program and a community like that. But eventually, I want I have these Abundance U centers, both online and also offline, like with physical like a university, kind of physical centers worldwide. Now I'm virtually online, right? But eventually, I want all these kind of physical centers in big cities, in those most attractive and popular cities, right? In the centers. So I want to use that because only virtual. I know virtual is popular. I know it's prevailing everywhere. It's convenient and especially like surviving the pandemic, right? But eventually, all human beings need that kind of local connection, local community and connection. So that's why, and especially I visited so many universities. I love that atmosphere of universities. That in that kind of centers, people can really have that personal connection and learning, have learn both wisdom and also like successful practice to help entrepreneurs to enable from like youth to adults, all these people enable and empower them to become abundant entrepreneurs, live their abundant lifestyle, and also to create that impact they can help other people, right? I want to use those like abundance youth center to empower other leaders. So that's my number 4 essence, right? Now my number 5. Number 5 is books. Books are also part of those like a legacy you want to leave, including like your speaking or your community and also the centers and then the like books, right? So that's my 5 essences of my success and fulfillment. How about yours? I hope today you take this challenge. Just a quick challenge, okay? Following our guidance. If you are watching this replay, you can pause it and write down yours, okay? I want you to really get this momentum, not just energy, but really something tangible. Write the things down because I'm here. You see, I'm still using mine to write mine down. And this is from Tony Robbins, the little journey book. Change your story, change your life, right? I'm taking sometimes like my diary, sometimes it's like my inspiration book. So I just wrote mine. So when I was doing the 5 days challenge, I wrote mine. Okay, so I encourage you write down yours essences for yours. How do you define your success and fulfillment? When you have those essences fulfilled, that you will think you are successful and you are fulfilling. Okay, so make it very tangible and very, I should say, like very clear for you to define your success. Okay, so now I know that every areas I've already started some of them. I just need to go further, okay, to fulfill. So even though my daughter does not know the full picture, but she knows that I have big vision. I always talk passionate about what I want to do, right? So she has high expectation of me because I'm maybe the direct examples for her. Whoever like more successful people, but it's far away from her, right? By the way, I brought her to like funnel hacking live 2 years ago, 2019. Funnel hacking live events with thousands of people with Russell Brunson and like Tony Robbins, all those great speakers, right? She experienced that. She had a little taste, early taste of what like successful looks like, wow, that kind of impact like, right? So that's why she does not allow me to retire like with my current status. She wanted me to really fulfill, to get to where I want to fulfill myself. So I really appreciate that. Even though my daughter initially like sabotaging me sometimes from time, right? But I know deep in her heart, she wants me to be successful. She fulfill myself, that she could have somebody look to. Because I'm the closest one to her, right? And not just her. I know now she gave me these unexcusable reasons that I must succeed and fulfill. 10 times, hundreds times, or even thousands times better, more than my current level. And in addition to her, my mom, my parents, right? Even though they have no clue what I'm doing, they have no clue what coaching is, but they believe in me. They know that I'm doing what I love to do, and they are supportive. But at the same time, they always care about how is your health and everything, right? Life. They want me to do less, just like for very self-motivated kids. Like if you have parents like have such kind of kids, you will ask them to do less, right? My parents like that way. From when I was very little, I've already been very self-motivated. I've been very excellent kids, right? And now I'm still like doing hard and for my work and my passion. So my parents are always that kind of ones. They would persuade me to do less and take good care of yourself, your other kids, and just like relax and do not need to like strive so hard, right? To like almost like burn yourself like that. I really appreciate them. But I know that they want me to be happy, to be successful, but their success is very basic level. They just want like you make enough money to have a good life. You are healthy, you are happy, that's good enough. So they're the best parents, right? They never give me any pressure. So and I want them to give me some pressure, but anyway, because I'm self-motivated, so I really appreciate that they are balancing me and give me that kind of no pressure and no pressure at all. Just want me to take good care of myself, and they will be satisfied. So I really appreciate them. So, but they are part of my big reasons as well. Even though they do not need my big success, they want me to be happy. So I'm now doing all these kind of things, and also sometimes try to balance my life to keep myself in better better wellness for my kids and also for my parents as well. I know that it's not just for their feeling, but eventually they need me to take care of them, right? To support them and to be there with them. And for my kids as well, they want me, the more important that my success is really be there to support them, even though now I know they're at a teenager time, typical teenager time, rebelling time. They do not want me. They get bored of myself or even annoyed of my being too much with them, right? They want, leave me alone. I want my independence. I know. But I know in their life journey, just like I am now, they would need me, right? Even though sometimes they don't know that they would need me. So I need to be there for them. And also my ex-husband, I feel like he is part of my reasons as well. You know why? Even though he betrayed me, I know I already forgave him long since the beginning. Okay, and I still love him, forgive him, and praying for his happiness and health and also success as well. But I feel like I owe him something, not just for money. I know he has been financially supporting us and for quite a long time, but I do not feel like I really own just the money, but more I own that kind of disbelief. I know he wants me to be successful, but at the same time, he does not fully believe that I will be successful, right? Can you understand that kind of a dilemma, right? So that's why maybe he gave me up. And even when your most intimate person who you could trust the most betrayed you and do not fully believe in you, could you still believe in yourself? So I feel like I owe him not just money, right? More than that is because of his disbelief or because of his giving up on our covenant and our love and our relationship and our family, I owe him a success result. I owe him, I owe him my victory. I owe him and another woman, whoever got him away from our family, I owe them my victory of my life. I feel like, yeah, I owe them as well. So even though they did not believe in me, that's more the reason why I need to give them that proof that I believe in myself and God believe in me. I have no excuse to succeed, and I have this full resources, potential, and determination to succeed. So who is your reason, your master reason for you to be successful? I would like you to have that deep reflection and really write down this person. No matter if one person or more than one, really write down who in your life you really think, doesn't matter if they're are your most loved ones, or some of them may be your so-called enemies, right? Actually, though, in my life, there's no enemy. Even another lady who cheated or whatever, she's not my enemy. She's just maybe my now motivation, part of the motivation, not direct, but the side motivation, right, for me to become a better person. So who is and or are your must reasons, okay? So I would like you to write that down. So this is a second challenge, right? Define your success, fulfillment, and second one is write down who is your reason, must reason. The third one is the most important one, right? You have all this kind of non-excuse things, and you have all the whys, and you have all the what about your success and fulfillment. How? How could you get there? And starting from today, the one step, even just one baby step, no matter how big or small it is, one step you can commit to, one step, one action you can take, means that you really have that transformation in your mind and that you can take it into your action. Guess what I did last night? After that conversation, brief conversation before my kids sleep, and heard my daughter's frustration, her anxiety about if I would just retire or like quit or just give up at my current level, or she is so frustrated about it, like has no little hope like she will succeed, either based on her current situation or based on the prejudice, right? Prejudice she sensed from this society. She is not having that big hope and believing herself. So my action, I immediately made that decision. Previously, before that conversation, I was still hesitating, even though I know majority, like a bigger possibility, I will choose to do it. When I was like that kind of a situation, right? Not so like fully, there's a must, I have no excuse, and must take that immediately. And right after that conversation, I signed up for a VIP and a VIP package challenge, and starting today. And I signed up immediately. And now starting today and this morning, before I come to this event, I've already started the first day challenge. And that great mentor is opening up our eyes and giving us some great inspirations and transformation. I've already started it right away. See, once I make that decision last night, just like overnight, my mindset, everything, like things changed. And now I'm on into that challenge. And after this call, I will get back to my homework to answer that challenge, right? To shoot video and write things down and design redesign my offer, everything like that, and to focus and have a laser focus and refocus in my passion business, and to help more people, to transform more lives, right? To fulfill those essences in my success and fulfillment. So that's for today's. And by the way, I now, I need to finish this quickly so that you guys can do your work and I need to do my work as well. I want to, I paid money. I want to fulfill my challenge, and also I need to take good care of my kids, and they're picking them up from a school. Okay, so I want to see what's your inspiration. Comment under my video. Give me thumbs up if you really get inspired. I would love to see that, because that gives me like a feedback and encouragement to see that I'm doing the right things. Okay, I can bring more great inspirations and wonderful resources to you. So give me thumbs up under my video, and especially your comments, your feedback, what inspirations you got and what actions. Remember those tiny small challenges, but it's super important for your life. You can totally change your life and change your business as well. So watch the review if you have missed a part of a beginning part. Okay, watch a review, answer those 3 questions, and write down that and take that action today. Even just a baby step that will change your life and your business. I promise that, because it's totally changed me overnight. And let me know, okay, what you are committed to do today. Okay, that's just one simple step. I want to see that 3 questions you are answering, and so that I would like to keep supporting you for more things. All right, so if you are interested in more, by the way, want to learn more with me, I have a great some great like giveaway, just like our content creator and also our niche $1 million niche quiz to give away to you if you want to take those ones and to go further with me and to learn more, including free resources and also paid invested programs with me. I have my Abundance You Inner Circle program, Abundant Creators program to help you launch your business, launch your passion business, clarify your niche, stand out in your ideal niche as a confident expert and thought leader so that you could keep attracting your ideal clients and make that impact you desire to. Okay, so feel free to inquire, and if you want some resources, I think I will share that some resources to invite you to get to another step. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with us today. I will look forward to your feedback and your follow-up, and then we will see you next Monday, Momentum Monday. Okay, and if you have, by the way, if you have any feedback, if you want more such kind of like a video or talk, let me know. Okay, what you're interested in, what specific areas you want me to talk more, that will help us to design our following topics. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful Monday and the rest of the week, and make it matter and make it productive, and also make it fulfilling. Okay, thank you. See you next time. Bye bye.